What's going on, everybody? I just want to give a little video on project I'm working on, looking for some help. I'm sure there's some other people that'd be interested in using this project, but in a nutshell, what it is the ignition HMI system, but interfacing the Rockwell plant PAX add-on instructions for control logics and compact logics. I got a pretty good start on it, I think. Just what it looks like. Here's the repo. I'll have the link in the video. Um, so far, I just have basically one global object. You would use for your main page for both the motor and the valve. So that'd be the P motor and the P valve SO blocks. I'm starting on the PAIN block, but now that most of the work of converting all of these little symbols to SVGs and all that's done, and I have some working examples that seems to be going a little quicker. So hoping hoping some people are interested in this and want to help out, and just everybody just kind of jumps on making the faceplates with the structure I started, or let me know if something could work better. I'm not very experienced with ignition. This is honestly the first thing I've done with it. I've actually not done any projects with it, but kind of picked it up pretty quick. So um, let's give a little overview here. Basically, what I did was take what's done in FactoryTalk View SE and kind of try to implement that structure in ignition, except using the way that they do it. SE uses kind of you either have your main display or your global objects, and then those global objects can be embedded into your main display with parameters. Ignition kind of has a little bit more powerful features where you can do embedded views, and then in those embedded views, you can have other embedded views. But um, the other difference is that the global objects in FactoryTalk View SE are kind of just sitting on a page, which is a little strange because you don't use that page for anything. But so here it might look a little different. Let me just open up an example, the P motor one here. Sorry, that's the faceplate. I want to go to the motor library, motor graphics. So I only have one complete. So it's basically just that object sitting there. And then you can see on the view, you have your custom parameters. So it's path and tag, very similar to the SE implementation. I also had this X and Y, and if you leave it null, I'll just show you kind of how it works. If you leave that null, you can, when you click on it, it basically puts the top left corner of the picture where you click. So it's using that event to open it there. But if you want it in a specific place, you can use that XY parameter. If it's not null, it'll open wherever you want on the screen. So you can see that I have, the faceplate, the main faceplate, the faceplate is done for this motor and this valve object. Um, a lot of them are very similar from what I see. I haven't gotten into actually changing them. And in this project, it took me a while, but I have all of these images converted. I drew them all in Inkscape from the PNGs that were, used originally. So, but you can see they look very close. You'll also see that that I don't have any of these other tabs finished yet. Kind of wanted to, make the thing operate how an operator would see it, and that's working. So, you can switch this stuff around so that works. Open the valve. It's not going to open because I don't really have a valve, I don't think. Yeah, maybe I did it. Maybe I did simulate that one. But anyway, you can see it looks pretty close. Here was just the start of the analog in. Kind of spot I'm stuck on that is I'm not really sure what to do about the trend object or sparkline that they call it. I thought about implementing some kind of short-term database to put the tag into to, if you don't have historian, but I also want it to work if the tag was connected to historian, but like I said, I haven't done a lot of ignition work yet, so I haven't actually used the historian part of it, so I don't know how that works yet, but I'll get into that. And again, this is not done yet, but yeah, just looking for interest on the project, and if anyone wants to help out, basically you just, kind of pick apart your original original objects and faceplates, and then just kind of make them work. So I'll just show you quick the the actual motor faceplate here, so you can kind of see how it works. I did it on these tabs, so basically the tabs have visibility, and by clicking in that tab, active tab I call it here, it's this right here, this value here. So if I set that to 1, you'll see that changes. But that's what the buttons do, is they just change that integer value. And what's kind of nice is if you're working on it, you can just set it to whatever one you want to see, and then you'll see that tab. So you can see that that changes that. But in here, I've kind of tried to stick to the original naming too, so you can kind of backtrack where that all comes from. But all these little pieces are embedded views, and if you go to the original view, you'll see that it's just a view that has things in it. So like here you can see I have that message in there, and that's probably a bad example because that one I in the plant packs or in the SE system, they had kind of one for each of these, and they were all identical. So I just kind of made them dynamic just by putting that message in there. But let me grab another one here. Take a look at maybe, I don't know. Let's take a look at this interlock one. So if you go to the view of it, you can see in here, you have all your pieces. So, you can see I'm generating using the SVGs here, and I have a script. So I kind of pasted the original script in there, and then I did it with Python for ignition, kind of the same structure. And then you'll see I'm just doing basically what equates to a multi-state indicator. So yeah, that's it. I guess let me know if hit up the issues or thing, if you see problems with it, or go ahead and start working on pull requests, and I'll start adding stuff. Just take a look at how I was doing it, or if you have questions on any of the things I was doing, just hit up the repo and let me know. And hope to hear from somebody. I'd like to, you know, get get a bunch of these working. So thanks again. See ya.